Just pooped. Luna moth. Chubby little guy. Maybe it just hatched and that's why I pooped. His wings still look a little soft, floppy. Should dry out more. It's a big one. Well, not this particular one, but Luna moths in general. Maybe 3 inches from body to tip right there. 4 inches head to tail. Don't get eaten. You'll be a juicy morsel. Beans for dinner. Beans for dessert. This is some pineapple navy bean pudding. This video is another dessert video, probably mostly puddings. Half pound of navy beans. Cooked really good. Kind of probably hard to eat. I don't know if it'll even show. They're doing a boil. I'm gonna drain those and mush them. Half pound cooked navy beans. This is fresh off the boil. It's I don't know, probably about a tablespoon of lard. Give it a little body. Give it some salt. This time, ooh, wow. Well, only a pinch of salt left, so just gave it a pinch. I'm going to give it a lot more than a pinch of sugar. Not even worth using. So there's 1, 2, 3. Let's just make it a third of a cup of sugars. Some lemon juices. Give it a shake. A little more. Start off with that. That was maybe less than a third of a cup of the juices. And give it a blendings. spits out boiling. This is going to be a citrus pudding. It spits out boiling citrus pudding. Well, I'm going to blend this for a while. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to give it a nice dash of imitation vanilla. Teaspoon. It's not a vanilla thing, but vanilla goes good in everything. Blend this up. Tastes good. That's how much of the lemon juice I used, but still thick. I want it thinner than that, but it's gonna have pineapple tidbits in it, and I'm thinking the pineapple juice will thin it out the rest of the way. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I'm liking this, nice and runny. This is, you know, to be eaten, you know, with a spoon. So I'm putting it in these jars. So if it was too runny, you could always give it some flour, you know, and that'd stiffen it up. But I like it like this. Putting it in here. Got some more. These are 8-ounce jars. So once it's all transferred into jars, I'm going to pop these in the solar oven, loosen up these lids. I'm going to leave the top on, but it'll be free floating. It won't be clamped down. And this isn't going to cook at all. So if there was flour in here, it would stiffen up, you know, while it's getting cooked. But it's 3 o'clock, so it'll be about 200 degrees in the oven, you know, for the next hour or so, and that's just gonna kill any bacteria that are in here. So I'm going with these small ones because this is like a serving size right here. For me, you know, I don't like, you know, wasting room on dessert, you know, belly room on dessert. But this is basically beans and pineapple. It tastes really good, you know, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of lemon juice, and a bean tastes good. But still a dessert, you know. And if I'm eating out of a jar the next day, this is 90-degree heat coming up on, you know, 100-degree heat. I don't got refrigerators. Nothing gets refrigerated. This would just go bad, you know. Once it's opened, you know, start eating out of it, it's gonna go bad, you know. So this way, you know, these will be preserved a little better, you know, until I get to them, you know. Half pound of dry beans fits in here good, but it makes a lot of dessert to go through, you know, and I hate throwing it out because it goes bad, you know. Beans turn sticky when they go bad. There's like a Asian food, I think it's fermented soybeans or something, where they just stick together. It's like the most sticky thing you've ever seen, and that's how all beans get, you know, like doing a bean bread. Once it starts going bad, once it starts fermenting, you break that bread, and it just has these little filaments of stickiness that connect it. Anyway, so I'm going to do these in the jar and ovenize them. Half pound dry navy beans. Cooked up. 2 big spoons of lard. This is some sugars. Give it a good amount. Maybe a half pound or half cup of sugar. So some non-fat dry milk. Enough to make 1 quart. It's just one whole pouch. So I'm gonna give this some store-bought waters. I'm just looking for a little bit of water to show right in there. And then I got this. So this is peaches. It's covered. I'd say it's hard to tell what it is. It's covered, but oh, there we go. Yellow peaches, Freestone peaches. So that milk was non-fat dry milk powder, and this is going to be a peaches and cream pudding. So I'm just taking the syrup out. I want the peaches whole, but I want the syrup in here. Those beans are hot, I forgot to mention. So it's like that large probably all the way melted by now, even though it's only been a few seconds. This is straight off the boil. The beans. Just drained and all that. So I'm gonna give this a blending. Gave it a blendings. This is some salt. Give it a pinch of salt. Some cinnamons. Just a sprinkle. Some vanillas. Just a tablespoon vanilla. Mix that up. And I'm going to put peaches in the jars. This is going to be a little too full to put the peaches in there, mix it. So I'm going to put the peaches in the jars and then put this in the jars and just pop these out in the solar oven and let them dry can to preserve. Peaches, cream. Peaches, navy bean peaches and cream. Peaches and navy bean cream. So it was rainy, cloudy, and didn't really get that hot. And then it was rainy, cloudy for a few days. Finally sunny out today because it was so long, kind of just not rainy. Or not sunny. I let them stay in the oven for 3 hours and it actually boiled over, or baked over. Now it's actually, instead of being a pudding, it's more of like a custard, eggless custard. It's pretty nice. It's more like a normal dessert, you know, a little too sweet for me. You know, it makes me thirsty, but tastes really good.
Selection was the light bulb moment, on and on and on. So we can laugh at the wokeness and the silliness that was on
2 teaspoons of lard. Some cinnamons. And 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. Some sugars. I don't want it as sweet as the other one. Quarter cup. Some milk powders. Quarter cup. Third of a cup. No, eighth of a cup. Just a little bit. Some waters. No, so you can see it down there. Some salt. Half teaspoon. Doesn't need much. Half pound of dry kidney beans, something and something that are solar ovened. I'm gonna give this a blending. Very nice. Mild sweet, mild cinnamon, not overpowering. A jar of sun-dried raisins. So I'm going to mix those in with the spoon. Put in some cans. Still got some leftovers. That's all the cans I got. I made some, it's like a taco chicken. Can of chicken, quarter onion, small whole garlic bulb, some chili powder, cumin, paprika, cayenne, salt, pepper, oreganos, maybe some other stuffs. Got some salsas. Maybe 8 beef steaks, 3 jalapenos, 3/4 of an onion, you know, kind of, and then salt, pepper, lime juice. So these kind of go together for a meal, you know, like doing these over the course of a day, putting them on sandwiches, putting them in ramens, you know, doing whatever with them, putting them in a salad. This is some of my old stuff. The peaches and cream, still got one left. Kind of waiting to see when it'll go bad. You know, it's been, I don't know, 3 weeks. I still got a nice suction on the lid. So dry canning like this is really nice. You know, you know, it's kind of like having a refrigerator. Just put the stuff in jars, put the jar in the solar oven, and then call it done. You know, leave it for a day. Do this in the solar oven for an hour. Enough for it to get heated, fully heated, and stay heated. You know, I'm guessing. Then I left this in the solar oven all day, so it's kind of like slow cooking the chicken. And this was several days, which is why it boiled over. It's a 20% chance of rain today, 40% chance of rain tonight. You know, so much chance of rain tomorrow. You know, so it's gonna be cloudy basically. Cloudy and rainy for the next few days. So I'm going to leave these in the solar oven for a few days. Just let them cook down some more. So I gave them, just to be on the safe side, that anything in here is killed, you know, because when it's like cloudy half the time, it cools off, you know, and it takes, as long as it's sunny out, just to build up heat again. Then the clouds come back, you know, and it gets cold again, you know. So, you know, just to be on the safe side, that it'll get heated up and stay heated up long enough to pasteurize it in there. Gonna leave it in there for a few days, because it's unless it gets sunny out, which it probably won't. But I gave it a lot of headroom. So these ones boiled over and made a big mess. So I filled them up to, like, you know, where the lid is, you know, kind of. I was just gonna eat them as a pudding. I wasn't gonna really cook them. But they ended up getting cooked, you know, and these, I'm guessing, are gonna get cooked. So these got a lot of headroom that they can expand, you know, and hopefully won't boil over. Anyways, still got this left over. So I'm gonna give it some baking powders. About a half teaspoon. I'm gonna give it a little bit more water. That's probably enough. Wow, that's distilled water and it's foaming up. Should only foam up with acid. Must be acidic. So I'm gonna mix that up. Maybe give it a little more water, and I'll get it a little more soupy. Do some cupcakes. So this is cinnamon raisin kidney bean pudding, and then I'm gonna see if I can make a cinnamon raisin kidney bean cupcake without any flour, just using, you know, the mushed up beans, you know, so it's kind of like a bean flour. The way this expanded, I'm thinking it might work, you know, especially with the baking powder. It should be good. Just gave it doing 2 cupcakes. Sprinkle of cinnamon, a few extra raisins, and then some syrups. So instead of doing like cinnamon sugar on top, the syrup is going to be the sugar. So I lightly oiled, you know, I did a little spritz of oil in these little paper cups. So hopefully they won't stick as bad as with those May apple muffins. So it's been over around/over 200. A couple hours later, so these puffed up and they looked like they were going to turn into some pretty nice little muffins. But then they deflated. So I'm going to call, I'm thinking these are probably done as well, you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it off. My urea crystals doing pretty good. Nice and dark. The puddings. Nice seal. See how long they last. Probably keep one for a while and go through, you know, one a night. One of the cupcakes. I'm thinking it'd be real good with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Just a little scoop. It's a little too gooey to eat like a cupcake, but like all that moisture make it good for you know, like a hoity-toity dessert cake, you know, with some ice cream on top. Beautiful. I like the amount of cinnamon and sugar. Not too sweet, you know. If wanted to, could probably eat all those in one sitting. That wouldn't be good. Probably tied for my favorite so far. This will make me a little bit thirsty, but the pineapple pudding, navy bean pineapple pudding, was actually refreshing. You know, it's kind of like citrus things for me are refreshing. They don't make me thirsty. Cinnamon raisin kidney bean cupcake and pudding.